Welcome to the 42nd Annual Sun and Fun International Convention and Fly-In here at beautiful Lakeland Linder Regional Airport. I'm Ben Coleman, one of your hosts here at the Florida Aviation Network, and we are on the internet, and we are digital, we are media. www.floridaaviationnetwork.com. And many of our folks that we have, they wonder, what do we do this for? They said, why do you do this, Ben? I'm a volunteer. I do this because I want to, and because I get a lot of pay for it, pay back, because I enjoy sharing information with people that have like mind and like wills. All of the volunteers that we have here working these cameras, everybody that is involved with this outfit is pretty much a volunteer. We're here with we have guests here from all over the world, and this guest is from all the way across the street. And as a matter of fact, the man immediately to my left here, Robb Williams.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
He's from this building. So from all over the world to right in this building is where we have. We also have Mr. Liptak here with us.
How are you?
Good to meet you, sir.
Yes, sir.
And we want to develop this is educational. Robb Williams, what is your role with Sun and Fun, Robb?
Well, I'm actually the Executive Director of the Aerospace Center for Excellence.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is. It is. So, what Sun and Fun, the event, what people might not know about that is it's a fundraiser for year-round educational programs that happen at the Aerospace Center for Excellence. So Sun and Fun itself is 176 acres. But we have 25 acres of that, 14 buildings, which are ACE, the Aerospace Center for Excellence. One of them we're in right now, which is the Florida Air Museum, which is the official aviation education museum of the state of Florida. It's a TripAdvisor Certificate of Distinction winner. So we have lots of folks coming from here all over the world. In addition, one of the buildings is our aerospace proving grounds. The very first UAV or drone high school flying club out there. So we have future engineers here as well. We also have the Travis Career Center. They utilize our Bueller Restoration Skills Center to come through and earn their A&P certifications. And then also Central Florida Aerospace Academy, which has a 100% graduation rate. So all these young men and women exist on our campus to actually maybe one day become pilots, mechanics, engineers. We actually give away over $400,000 in scholarships annually and over $2 million invested into year-round pursuits towards education for young men and women like Luke here. Luke's looking to be one of our ACE flight training scholarship winners. ACE is actually the world's leader in developing teenage pilots. So Luke's 15 now. He can apply for the scholarship when he's 16, and hopefully he'll be granted that.
Luke.
Sir.
Luke. How did it? Luke. Nobody's ever played that on you, have you? Star Wars?
They have.
No, all the time, okay. What are you doing to get prepared for your potential scholarship, if you're so fortunate?
Well, something that they've started this year is that they're requiring the students to have a certification by the end of the year as like their, and of course exams. So in my aerospace class, we actually had to take the online ground school pilot certification, and then we took the test for that, and I passed it. So that will help me very much to get towards being a private pilot and then commercial.
Luke, you hesitated when you said you passed it. Was there some doubt?
Well, there's a 70% passing rate, so to pass that, you have to get like 70% or more, and I got like 76. So I'd like to get better, just because that's me. I want to improve.
All right.
You're supposed to tell me you got 100%.
You just saved yourself because you always want to do better. But hey,
Sure.
Anything more than a 70 is a waste.
That's right. You're just showing off.
Okay.
But no, but no, it's and I've squeaked through a couple of my FAA tests, my written. So.
Oh yeah.
But on the other hand, I think my instrument I made like a 98, and
Very well.
I just don't do that kind of thing. I was always a B and a C kind of guy, but I almost aced the thing, and this is not right. But I realized that I studied, I prepared, and I had a real good teacher. And that's one thing that I think you're going to really benefit from is these guys, they generate so many good staff members over there that their heart's into it.
Yep.
And they're sharing this with you guys, and I hope you lap it up like a kitten in milk.
Yes, sir. It's a great thing.
What else are you going to be doing with your career once you do get your scholarship, hopefully, and you do get your pilot certificate? What are you going to do with it?
Well, I'd really like to go to college and then afterwards maybe try to get my commercial license and become a commercial airline pilot.
You're going to try to get your commercial license?
I will get my commercial license.
That's better. That's what I thought you said.
Okay.
And what do these guys do here to help you? Because Rob, you see him in and out of here
Right.
quite a bit. What can we do to help you further, other than just you can be cool like us, getting involved with aviation?
Well, there's also many contacts and like sponsors that SunFun also have. So through that, I feel I can get like contacts and more information about it to help me like further this process quicker and more efficient, and it'll just help me a lot being here.
So one of the cool things he's been able to do is we have a 727. It's the only working 727. It's a classroom on a high school campus in the world. Luke's actually been able to start that up for us before.
Yep.
So Luke can go in and he can say in anywhere, oh, I know how to start a 727. There might be one 15-year-old in the whole world that can do it, and they're sitting right here next to me. They can do it.
Which engine do they have live on that? Or are all three?
All three.
All three of them are
Yeah.
operational?
All three are, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
And ground power, what type of power does it take to get it started?
We did APU on it, yeah, so we just use the APU, our ground power on that.
Who runs the APU?
Well, the engineer does. You don't see it that often, though. Yeah,
That's true.
that guy
That's
sitting on
true.
the side.
Side seat.
That's right.
Luke, what compels you most to want to get involved with aviation? I'm just curious. You're 15 years old. You got the world is just a smorgasbord. Anything in the world that you could do is right out there in front of you. It's just what you choose to do.
Yeah.
What brings you to aviation?
Well, it started when I came here to like one of the aerospace discovery weekends, and I came here with that, and I saw the planes flying around, and then I got my first flight in a small aircraft here. So that really like pushed me towards aviation because I saw how much I enjoyed it and everything. So
Luke, when you tell me this, talk to
Okay.
that. See that camera with that light?
Yes,
There's
sir.
400,000 people looking at you through that camera.
okay.
So tell them what you told me as far as what brought you to aviation, why you enjoy it so much.
Well,
So now you're going to look at camera 2.
Okay. It all started when I came here to a aerospace discovery weekend, and I saw the planes moving around, and I got my first flight in a little aircraft with a few other people, and we all went up and we enjoyed it. And then once we landed, like we all just realized what we had just experienced, and I'm really very interested into aviation because of that, and that's all what started it.
Great,
Yep.
great. And Rob, it's got to be rewarding for you, because I know that education is strong in you. When you see a young mind like this that's just ready, just let me have it. What are some of your highlights, and why do you enjoy doing what you do so much?
Well, I'd say it's one of the things of it. Speaking on behalf of all the volunteers that help out young men and women like Luke, I mean, this week we have the General Aviation Regional Awards, the first time ever. So we recognize the Southern region, and we had 3 winners. And one of them is actually working the camera right now. Jack's back there. We had Mark DeKorsky and Mike DeJunis. So these people all represent, they give up their time and volunteer to help mentor people like Luke. So that's something that's really nice that the 40 Aviation Network, we're happy to partner with them and the FAA. And that's the experience that Luke has interacting with these people. Like he sat down with the regional director of the FAA yesterday. I mean, that's great to be able to have that audience one-on-one. Then we have the ability for Luke to go on to our career fair, which is happening behind us right now. We had over 400 people registered for that, 14 companies. Lines out the door to see them. I mean, this is the place to be to further what you're wanting to do in your aerospace career. And the most important thing I always want to stress is just because you can be the pilot in command of an airplane, or you can make a great decision up in the air, that translates so well into the corporate world, so well into your personal life. Being able to be in charge of that aircraft, it's just a skill that you'll never lose, and it benefits you throughout the entire career.
Well, and there's certain disciplines during that path that you can apply to any phase of your life, really.
Correct.
As far as just being organized, keeping your thoughts clean, getting rest. I mean, I'm sorry, Luke, but there's going to be folks going out and partying and doing all sorts of nasty stuff like drinking
Right.
beer. Ugh, it's awful. But you're going to be studying, and
Yes, sir.
you gotta, some of that's fine, but if you focus, and you will be a commercial pilot someday, you will get that airline job. You will gravitate to a drone career or whatever career that you want to be. So I think that's the biggest thing, Rob, of what I've seen over here and what you guys have done with Central Florida Aerospace Academy is between those guys giving them the environment to excel, you guys here and with Sun and Fun kind of give them the campus to thrive, and it just is a fit to where when these guys get out of here, they're going to look back and, wow, I can't believe I was so fortunate that happened.
Sure, absolutely.
And because there's very few places, I don't know of any place in the world that has this type of involvement across the street.
Right.
Well, that's, AOPA came here in November, and they had a symposium on educational outreach, and they chose our campus as a model. We always got the question of, what are you guys doing here? Couldn't this work at our school? Well, it could work, but not to the extent, not to the infrastructure, and most importantly, not to the volunteer staff that we have out here, the mentorship ability. So that's one thing that sets us apart from everybody else, the infrastructure and volunteer support to make this like no place else in the world. I know Luke mentioned Aerospace Discovery Weekend. I'd mentioned that $2 million that come out. Aerospace Discovery is one of those programs we put on. Last year we had over 200 young men and women take their first flight at that. People just like Luke getting a taste of what it's like, and they want to know more. And they can find out more right here. And through Florida Aviation Network, watching everything that you guys do throughout the year, you guys are definitely an inspiration.
Well, and also what I like to see is, well, we have a student over there operating camera 2 right
Sure
now.
do.
Mike? That's Mike. And it's good for them to get the exposure because, believe it or not, I think that there's another industry coming up that people haven't really talked about that much. And it's called television.
Right.
And television, on this little device right here, I mean, there's all sorts of things that's going to be changing. And compelling footage, things that you're going to be able to share with all of your kids. And once you put something down on tape and you make a digit, it's not really tape, but now it's digits. Once it's there forever. I mean, until it gets wiped out. No, I'm not going to go political right now. But it's very, very compelling. And I think that the media aspect of aviation in space is going to add a certain contingency that we haven't really thought about yet. Because right now it's just making movies, doing TV shows, but there's so much in the can that we want to give that avenue an outlet. And again, having you young guys and gals helping out is tremendous, and Obi loves to have young folks.
Absolutely.
And so I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. But, there we are on camera. Now we're on camera.
Move it around.
There you go. There's one in real captivity. It's a real live student. Hey, he waved at the camera. Cool. Okay. But we're pretty stiff here.
Yeah.
We're very, very tight. We practice all of this before then.
Talking about inspiring and getting them to come along, I want to mention one of our other programs out there is coming up is our summer camps. So if you go to sun-in-fun.org, you can register for our summer camps, which is no doubt the best value out there for an aviation summer camp in Florida, and let alone say the United States. We partner with Flight Safety International. Our students go through 3 days of ground school training, and then after that they drive over to Vero Beach and fly at Flight Safety International on a plane, come back and they teach to their parents what they learned for the week. I mean, it's an incredible value taught by our education director. I mean, you can't beat that. So that's actually what inspires people.
Do we know what it costs?
Yes, off the top, I think it's $300 for the older camp and the destination aviation, which are for ages 12 to 18, and the younger camp, I think it's $150. And the older camp, there is an option to stay overnight. I think that's $675. But our website, sun-in-fun.org, would have all those exact details.
You mean $300?
Yes, sir.
Not $3,000.
$300.
$300.
You get to fly on an airplane for $300. Log it in there. I think you get windows.
That's great. Yeah.
Luke's been to our summer.
Good experience.
Wow. That's remarkable because that's really, in the day, $300 That's not a lot of money.
No.
I mean, that's half. Let's see, how many cases of beer is that? That's 6 cases of beer. But anyway, it's attainable. It's achievable. And
Right.
it's not that outlandish. But that's the only thing that I can say is I look forward to seeing where we're going to wind up. I'm proud of where we've been, but sometimes we can pat ourselves on the back so much. The old timers about giving giving you guys the keys to the house. But I look forward to seeing where we're going to wind up going with this, and how many more. I want to see too many people. A job lottery. That's just the pick of the cream. We need to have so many people competing for jobs that you have to lotto the job to get an opportunity to get it.
Oh yeah.
Because right now, if you're breathing and you have vision, you're probably going to get a job in aviation. We need pilots really, really, really bad.
Okay.
Mechanics really, really, really bad. So we've got to keep that cream of the crop going though, and it's not just for anybody. You got to have that attention to detail, and you got to want to be 100%. Making a 76, it's okay, but shoot for 100 is what you're at.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, Luke, thank you very much.
Sir, thank you for
spend
your
some
time.
time here. Rob,
Yes, sir. Thank you much. Appreciate it. Always a pleasure.
Let's look forward to the next time we get together and talk, and maybe that will be after he solos.
You got it. Looking forward to that.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, good deal. All right, folks, we're going to wrap this one up, and again, we're in our formation flight. We're going to knock it off. We're going to peel out, and we're going to come back for another interview maybe in a few minutes. Ben Coleman, I'll see you later.